Today we are going to install a quick strut assembly. The first step is to remove 2 of the 3 upper mounting nuts. We will just loosen the third nut. This nut is going to be used to support the weight of the strut assembly, but by loosening it, it also allows you to pivot the lower portion of the strut without placing unnecessary stress on the rod or the mount. Make sure that you have at least 3 full threads engaged on the nut you leave loose. The center rod nut should never be removed unless the spring load is properly contained. Now that one upper mounting nut is loose and the other 2 have been removed, we are all set on top. Use an impact wrench or a 1/2-inch drive ratchet to loosen the lower mounting nuts. Sometimes the original mounting bolts are a press fit utilizing spline bolts. If this is the case, loosen the nuts until they are even with the head of the bolt. Next, tap on the nuts with a plastic or a brass mallet, freeing the splined area of the bolts. Once it's loose, remove the nuts the rest of the way. Make sure the spindle is supported with the jack or supported in some other secure manner. Remove the remaining upper mounting nut. Pivot the old strut assembly toward the rear of the vehicle and remove it. We are now ready to install the new quick strut unit. Install the quick strut in the reverse order in which the original strut was removed. Start by positioning the new quick strut in the upper strut tower. New upper mounting bolts are included with the quick strut. Install one of the new nuts loosely in place. Make sure that you have at least 3 full threads engaged. Then move down to the lower mount. Position the lower mounting in place. Use a punch to line up the lower mounting hole so that one mounting bolt can be installed. Then install the second bolt and both mounting nuts. Once in place, snug them up with an air gun or a standard ratchet. Let's take a moment to discuss the importance of installing new hardware. The lower mounting bolts sometimes can become rusted or excessively stretched to the point that you are not able to properly torque them. The proper torque is important for holding the alignment angle. The torque specifications for the lower mounting bolt is 70 foot-pounds or 95 Newton meters. This torque specification is provided in the instruction sheet. The bottom bolt is now correctly secured. So is the second bolt. Since there is more than one bolt securing the mount, it is good practice to make sure they are tightened evenly by checking them a second time. Now that we have the lower mount secure, we can install the remaining upper mounting nuts. We will snug these up with a ratchet, being careful not to put too much torque on any individual stud. The torque spec for the mounting studs on this vehicle is 23 foot-pounds, which is 31 Newton meters. Using a torque wrench, it's important that you torque them all evenly because, once again, we don't want to put too much load on any one stud. That one is secured, that one is, and the last one has clicked and is secure. Since we have 3 studs, we need to go back and check them all a second time just to make sure they are all evenly secured. This completes the quick strut installation. We'll now be able to install the tire, the hubcap, align the vehicle, and it will be all ready to go.